Welcome to the Gates of Judgement. Your mortal life was probably horror enough. Let's not make the afterlife even more terrible, please. Is death vindictive? Like, does it hold a grudge? That's a new one on me. I've never heard a question like that before. Come on, just tell me. Does death get angry when you avoid it? I don't think so. Honestly, I think it might depend on the version of death you mean. Well, wait, there's more than one death? Well, sure, from what I've been told. Let's see, there's one that has a daughter named Morana. There's one that has an assistant named Martha. There's one that has an assistant named Laverne. She's an older lady, kind of kicks butt too. Not to mention all the personifications of death from different religions. Fine. Which one of those is the most spiteful? I have a bone to pick with them. Spiteful? Okay. What the heck is this about? Okay. This is gonna sound really weird, but you have to hear me out, okay? About a week ago, I had this vision of a huge catastrophe. A vision. What, like a paranoid delusion? Or did you just start noticing things that were going to get a lot of people hurt, like health code violations or something? No, like I actually saw it with my eyes. Like the whole thing happened, but only in my head. So, are you saying you're psychic? No. Well, maybe? I don't know. This is the first time this has ever happened to me, so maybe I am psychic. Okay, so you got the vision, and then what? Well, when the vision was over, I thought it was a hallucination or just paranoia or I don't know. But then little things started to happen exactly the same as my vision, so I panicked. The vision that I had was horrible. Like, a lot of people got really badly hurt. Okay, did you prevent this catastrophe from happening? No, not really. I tried to, but the thing still happened, and it seemed like the whole thing was kind of just out of my hands. I was able to save a small group of people. Only what? Come on, you can't stop the story now. After I saved those people, some of them started to get, let's say, sent to the afterlife in a set of bizarre, unfortunate, and often horrible accidents. I'm not sure I'm following your line of thought. Are you saying your psychic vision, you're saving those people, and their ultimate accidental demise were all somehow connected? In the mortal world at the time, it did make some logical sense. We cheated death's design, so it was trying to correct the error. You know, I've met some actual gods of myth and legend. I watched Heracles and Maui have a drinking contest that ultimately ended in a tie. And one of my bosses is a literal AI hologram made by Hephaestus himself. And yet, this is the wackiest thing I've ever heard. Are you saying that we were just completely wrong and the whole thing was just a series of unfortunate events? I honestly have no idea. For all I know, maybe you're right. Perhaps death has a particular order in which it collects souls, and your interfering with the pattern did force death to get creative. It's the afterlife. Things get strange here. Okay. Is there any way that I can just talk to whichever version of death caused mine? I just want to have a chat. Sorry, that's not my department. You're going to have to go find 6 Feet Under Incorporated or Death's Front Desk or I forget the name of the one that has Laverne in it. Fine, I'll see if I can try to find the right place so I can log my complaint. Welcome to the Gates of Judgement. Make it fast or make it interesting. Okay, I see you've chosen not to make it fast. Hopefully it's interesting. I need to go back. I'm sorry, but you can't just... No. You don't understand. I need to go back. You can't ask me why, and I can't tell you why, but I need to go back for like 5 minutes tops. There is nothing that can be done. You're here. That's it. But my mom can't find me like that. She'd strangle me. Well, good news for you. You're beyond her ability to hurt you in any capacity. Please, can't I just go back, clean myself up a little, do a bit of housekeeping, and then just pop right back here? That is not how any of this works. What are you so worried about? I don't want to say. It's really embarrassing. I'm sure it's not as bad as all that. I died with my pants down, okay? I died in the middle of a private activity. I stand corrected. And there were things playing on my computer. Things that, you know, you wouldn't want a mother knowing that you watch. Things that I definitely didn't press pause on. How do you even pass in that position? I was in the middle of it. My pants were around my ankles. My phone started to go off, and then I took a step without really thinking about it. I tripped. My head hit the corner of the desk, and that's all she wrote. I'm sorry. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's not. Yes, okay, fine. It's funny. Can I go back now? Sorry. There is absolutely nothing that can be done. You are stuck with what happened. Your mom is going to have to find a way to be okay with it. Please, just end my entire existence already. You're gonna be fine. Your reputation in the mortal world is going to be okay. I'm sure in like a week, nobody's even going to remember the circumstances of your ending. Really? Are you sure? No, not at all. I was lying. You are going to be remembered for that for at least a decade. You are going to be a cautionary tale for every teenage boy in your county for years to come. Deal with it. I hate you. Yeah, I've heard that from teenagers before. So am I going to hell because of all that? Well, let's see. No. You are going to hell, but not for your solo activities. No. It seems like you need a bit of therapy for the way that you treated certain women in your life. What do you mean? I didn't have any women in my life. Hence that whole situation. No, but it says here that the women you approached, you made feel uncomfortable. It says here that you knew about it too. And you even got a kick out of it. Sicko. Hey, don't shame me for the things I like to do. No, I definitely will continue to shame you. Now, off to hell with you. Take the doors behind me. Walk until you get to a set of iron gates flanked by 2 demons. Walk through those gates. Go down the stairs to level 2. And stay there to get the therapy you really do deserve. And, keep your hands where people can see them the whole time. Oh, yeah. Hilarious. So, I may have overdone it a little bit at lunch, but at least my hangover isn't nearly as bad as it was after the Christmas party. Whew, that one was bad. How long was I out? You have been absent from the Gates of Judgment for well over a week, Angelo. Yeah, I kind of figured it felt long like that. How have things been here without me? Everything has been functioning normally. No unexpected incidents have occurred in your absence. That is great to hear. I am so glad that I can trust all you guys to do the job. Angelo, good. You're awake. I was hoping you would help me with something. Hey, George. What do you need? Well, Callie was in here while you were away, and I guess her birthday is coming up, and her teacher was throwing her a party in this small play area that's attached to the school. Wow, a birthday. That is a novel thing to celebrate around here. You know, I actually had the same thought when I received the invitation, but I guess the kids are young enough that they don't want to take away that fun tradition from them. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, what was the issue you needed help with? Callie invited me to the party. She invited all of us, actually. And I was hoping that you could swing it so that I had permission to leave the gates and go. Ah, I see. Wait a minute. She invited me too? Aw, that was so sweet of her. Yes, it was. Look, we're burying the lead here. Can I go? George, if it were just up to me, yes, of course you could go. Unfortunately, how is it not up to you? You're basically my guardian, right? A warden of some sort. You could just let me go. I may be the one in charge of the gates, but I'm not the one that put up that barrier. If you want to get past it, you're going to have to talk to Hermes or one of the other gods in charge of it for that. Well, Hermes was telling me that the solution was easy somehow. He just didn't elaborate on the how. Look, I can control my realm, aka the gates. Anything beyond that, though, I have no control over. But if Hermes does have a solution for you, you can bet your butt we're going to that party. Especially if there's cake. Fine. I guess I'll just wait for him to wake up then. Is he awake yet? Ugh, my head. Like 100 bees are stabbing me from the inside of my skull. Well, good morning, Starshine. The afterlife says hello. Angelo, what the hell am I doing at the Gates of Judgment? You don't remember coming here after our long lunch of heavy drinking? Oh. Actually, you know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, I do kind of remember overdoing it a little. Yeah. And we will probably overdo it again in the future. Yeah, you're probably right. Hermes, will you please tell me what you meant when you said that the solution was simple? Whoa, slow down there, Chief. What are we talking about? You said that the answer to me being able to leave the Gates of Judgment was easy, and I would like to know what you meant by that. I could not possibly be more lost as to what the heck you're saying. All right, let me clarify. George and the rest of us have been invited to Callie's birthday party. When George asked you about that, apparently while you were still drunk, you said that the solution to him being able to leave was really easy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting it now. Now that that's cleared up, what's the answer? Well, did you get some kind of written invitation to this party? Yes, I got one right here. Well then, there you go. One ticket out right there in the palm of your hand. With this? How do you mean? That written invitation acts as a sort of permission slip. During the time of the party, you are free to go to the area where the event is taking place and stay there until the end of the event. It's like a temporary get out of jail free card. So, What you're saying is that I can go as long as I have the invitation with me. You got it. That right there is your golden ticket. I can go. I can go. Hermes, I could kiss you. Hey now, you better buy me dinner first. All right, Am, we're heading out for the party now. Are you sure you're going to be able to run the Gates of Judgment on your own while we're out? I am quite capable of handling anything that arises, and Jay has volunteered to help out while you all are gone. They should be on their way presently. Excellent. You can also call Hermes if you need a little bit of help. He has promised me that he will keep an eye on his phone. All will be well, Angelo. Please have a good time at Callie's party. Right, thanks. Are we all ready? Do you all have your gifts? I've got it right here. I really, really hope that she likes it. I'm all ready. Got the present that I got for her right here. I have never attended a kid's birthday party as an adult before. Is it weird that I'm kind of nervous? Oh, you'll be fine. Just don't act like a creep. I hope there's some good finger foods. I could really go for a good chip and dip. George, do you have your invite? It is right here, safely in my hand, and I will be putting it in my pocket and checking on it periodically throughout the party. All right, we're off. Am, don't let the place burn down. Let's go! Wow. So this is the universal hallway. It's beautiful. Hey, you've been through here before, right? I thought every soul had to go through here in order to get to their chosen afterlife. Well, yes, but it has been a very, very long time since I've seen it. Plus, the last time I was in here, I was kind of preoccupied being pissed that I was being sent to hell. Yeah, the first time walking through here is disorienting as all get out. At least, it was for me. Has it always looked like this? Well, yes, but also no. The look of the universal hallway is always kind of in flux. When am I ever going to get a straight answer about how anything works in the afterlife? Look, the concept of the universal hallway is deeply metaphysical. The actual look of the hallway would make a mortal mind explode. Let's just say that the universal hallway looks exactly how the observer expects it to look. So, what you're saying is that the universal hallway looks different depending on the person looking at it. You hit the nail on the head there, George. Sheesh. Why is everything in the afterlife so dang confusing? When you're dealing with hard concepts like the afterlife, you should never expect the answer to be simple. Enough dilly-dally. Let's get to this party. Mr. George, you came. You kept your promise. Of course I kept my promise. Whenever I make a promise, I always intend to keep it. Yay! Thank you. You are very welcome, Callie. Happy birthday. Hi, Mr. Bossman. Hi, Henry. Hi, Ollie. Thank you for coming. Happy birthday, Callie. Thank you so much for inviting all of us. We brought some gifts for you. Oh, you can set those on the table over there. She'll go through the presents later. All right, thanks so much. Here, George, give me your gift. I'll take it over to the table. Callie, why don't you go back to your game with your friends? Okay, Miss Grace. Bye, Mr. George. Nice to meet you. I'm Grace, Callie's teacher and head of the boarding house where she's staying. Hello, I'm George Stewart. Wait a minute. Boarding house? I thought all the children got their own paradise. Oh, they do, and Callie does have her own paradise. However, she, like many other children, prefers to stay with others her own age rather than staying in an empty room in paradise. Ah, I see. Does she not have any family that can take her in? Not yet, no. Most family members she would be comfortable staying with are still alive, or not eligible to take care of a child while in the afterlife. Understood. Thank you, by the way, for allowing her to invite all of us.
Oh, she's told me so much about you and the group at the Magic Doors. She's actually asked me if she can sleep over there, but I've had to explain to her that the Gates of Judgment aren't really a place for sleeping.
Yeah, it would be difficult for her to get rest there. It's always so busy.
Well, food and refreshments can be found on the table over there. A magician is on their way to provide some entertainment, and you can try to get to know some of the other parents.
Thanks. Wait, I'm not Callie's father. I don't want you to get the wrong impression here.
Oh, I know. But with the way that she talks about you, you've become quite the father figure for her.
I have?
Of course, she still loves her father, and she always will. However, you've shown her kindness in a part of her life that's really scary. She looks up to you quite a bit.
She does? I don't know why.
I do. I've known you for all of 2 minutes, and I can tell what a kind heart you have.
Thank you for your kind words, but you don't know that much about me yet. I mean, you must already know that I'm a prisoner of hell.
Yes, I know. But I also know that you're trying to improve yourself, and that is no small task. Oh, there are some more people coming in. I better go greet them. Please, enjoy yourself.
It was lovely to meet you.
Man, look at George playing with Callie. He looks so nervous, like he's afraid he's gonna break her.
Yeah, but he also looks happy in a way that I never saw him when he was alive. It's cute, I guess, but it's also annoying.
He wouldn't play like that with you when you were a kid?
Are you kidding? I was lucky if he came to any party, and if he did show up, he would spend the whole time with other men talking.
He wasn't a very good father to you, huh?
That's an understatement.
I can imagine that it's hard for you to see him trying harder for a stranger than he did for you.
Look, yes, okay, I am jealous, but I don't want to feel this way. I want to be happy that he's happy. I want him to be better for another person in a way that he wasn't for me. And I want him to be better for me as well, now that he's back in my life.
You're experiencing complicated emotions. I get that.
Let me just let go of that for now. Look at how happy he is. And she is just too cute for words.
I know, right? She is cute enough to be made into a plushy anime character or something.
Were you two talking about the guy in orange that's playing with the birthday girl over there? Yeah. What about it? Ugh, can you believe they let that guy in here? It's so wrong.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, look at him. He's a prisoner from hell. Having him here at a children's party, it's a violation. If they let him in here, he can't be that bad. Oh, sure, that's what he wants you to think. But think about this. What did he do to get into hell? Maybe he was a predator. And if he was, that makes this entire scenario really sick and twisted.
He's not a predator. He just made some mistakes in his life.
Listen, me and some of the other adults were trying to see if there was anyone brave enough to kick the bastard out of here. Would either of you like to volunteer?
Maybe getting to know him and seeing what he's like would be better than judging him based on assumptions about his personality.
What would getting to know him prove? I know everything about him that I need to know. He's from hell. He doesn't belong here.
Really?
Did you know that he's a father?
Why the hell would that matter? Well, it matters a lot to us, considering he's our father. You're kidding, right? Well, would you look at my wrist? Is that the time? I'm needed over there somewhere. Somebody's calling me. What was that, honey? Yeah, I'll be right there. Just hold on. It was nice to meet you. I'll see you later. Do you think that this is going to be a problem?
Let's just keep an eye on the situation. And maybe we should let Angelo know what's going on. So, what you're saying is some adults are conspiring to try to get George thrown out of this party?
That's not great. Yep, that's what that one guy told us. They seem to be under the impression that George is some kind of predator or some other awful thing.
Damn it, I didn't even think of something like this happening. All of the people here are supposed to have their own paradise. Or at the very least, their religion's equivalent of a paradise. Just because somebody's earned a paradise doesn't mean they don't make bad decisions or view the world in a slightly skewed way. There's every possibility that this whole thing got started by a good intention.
Yeah, you're right. Very good point. Maybe we should let that lady know, the host of the party. I didn't catch her name.
You mean Grace? Nah, I don't want to bother her with this. She's busy with hosting duties. Let's see if we can get this taken care of quietly. Is that really going to work? These people seem determined to get Dad out of here. Well, we are just as determined to make sure that he has a good time. Now, if somebody starts going towards George in a very non-friendly way, we try to defuse the situation.
I would rather cut this whole thing off at the knees. Stop anything before it even starts.
You know, I bet there's a ringleader around here who's spreading the rumors and gossip. Sheep need a shepherd to follow, right?
Oh, so you think that there's a specific person that's riled them up?
That other guy said that there was a group of them. Somebody must be leading the group.
Maybe we could try finding the leader and persuading him to change everybody's mind.
Not a bad idea. All right, let's see if we can go around and start asking some questions. Or we could assume that it's the guy with the squared shoulders and stern face that's making his way over to Dad right now. Ah, cripes.
Hi, Thomas. Thank you for coming to my party. Mr. George, this is Thomas. He's one of my friends. He's new to the school. Hello, Mr. George. Hi, Callie. Happy birthday. Sorry I'm late. I was trying to find a good present for you. It's okay, Thomas. I'm just happy you came.
It is very nice to meet you, Thomas. I'm George, a friend of Callie's.
I heard you were in timeout for a while, Mr. George.
Yes, you could say that.
What did you do? Did you break something in your house? I did that once and I had to be in timeout for the entire afternoon.
I did a whole bunch of stuff that made a lot of people feel bad. So I had to go and stay in timeout for a very long time.
You were mean to people, Mr. George? You've never been mean to me.
Of course not, Callie. I learned my lesson. I got better.
So you're never going to be mean to anyone ever again?
I wouldn't. Listen, Callie, there are times where grown-ups have to be mean. It's kind of a part of life.
But Miss Grace says that it's wrong to be mean to people, no matter what your reason is. Yeah, she said that after one of the kids got really angry because of their parents and then pushed another kid.
Yes, and she is right, but sometimes being a grown-up means things get a bit more complicated.
Being a grown-up sounds really confusing.
It can be very confusing, yes. Alright, buddy. I believe we've all had quite enough of you being here. It is time for you to go.
I'm sorry. Were you talking to me? What did you say?
I said that it is high time you moved along, buddy.
Sir, you're going to have to take a breath and explain to me what you mean. What exactly seems to be the problem here?
You are the problem. You are making everybody uncomfortable just by being here. Frankly, we're all confused as to how you conned your way in here in the first place.
I didn't con my way in here. I was invited by the birthday girl herself. Yeah, Mr. George is a friend of mine. He works at the Magic Doors. He's really nice.
Sweetie, I know you think this man is your friend, but he has tricked you. This is not a nice man. This is a bad, mean man who has done bad, mean things. He probably just wants to hurt you.
Mr. George doesn't want to hurt me. He's my friend.
Now, wait just a minute. I would never intentionally hurt Callie or any other child. Well, of course you're gonna say that when the child can hear you. You need her to trust you so that you can do some terrible thing. Why in the heck would you assume something like that? You're a prisoner of hell and you come to a children's party. Obviously, you're some sort of horrible predator.
Stop calling Mr. George names. He's a very nice man. You're being a big bully.
Callie, why don't you go play with your friends while the grown-ups are talking? Callie has a right to hear this. You are accusing me, a friend of hers, whom she trusts, of being this monster. Well, what else are we supposed to think? You show up, you're from hell. You spend all this time playing with this child, and we all know you're not her actual father. I may not be her blood relative father, but I would rather destroy myself than let anything bad happen to her. If that is actually the truth, then do what's best for her and for everybody else here, and just leave. I will leave this party when I'm good and ready to leave and not a moment sooner. Fine then. If you won't leave under your own power, then maybe I have to force you.
Now, I believe that will be quite enough of that. Mr. Patterson, why are you over here harassing one of the guests at this party? Furthermore, why are you threatening physical violence at a dear child's birthday party?
Miss Grace, I was hoping that I could take care of this whole situation without having to bother you. This guest, as you put it, is making a lot of the other adults here feel very uncomfortable.
Mr. Stewart has been doing nothing of the sort. He's been minding his own business, playing with Callie at her own request, and being a model guest. Frankly, I don't think he's even left a stray napkin lying around. You, however, have been whipping everybody into a tizzy.
You seem to have gotten the wrong impression here. I haven't been trying to irritate people. I was just trying to make them all aware of the awkwardness of the situation.
You haven't just been making people aware of the awkwardness. You were actively rallying people against George. I know because my brother and I were approached by one of your stooges.
Yeah, and that guy said that there was a rumor that Dad was a predator. I have no idea where that came from. Dad was a lot of things in life, but he was never a predator. What exactly do you have against me, sir? Did I do something to you in the past, maybe while I was alive? I would believe it, and if I did, I don't remember it, but I am sorry. I was a bit of a bad man in my living life.
No, Mr. Stewart, you have done nothing wrong. It is Mr. Patterson who is completely at fault. And I will give you the chance to explain yourself. And if I don't like your explanation, you are leaving.
I was concerned for the children.
You were vilifying a perfectly innocent man at this party over some misplaced concern for the children, as if I would allow anybody to be here that didn't deserve to be here.
I sort of assumed he had tricked his way in here.
Mr. George didn't trick anybody. I invited him here because he's my friend. There you go. See? Straight from the birthday girl's mouth.
Kids, especially young ones, are usually easily duped.
Where exactly is all this vitriol coming from, Mr. Patterson?
When I was alive, I knew too many children who got hurt by terrible people. Awful people. And I vowed that no child would have to hurt like that while I was around ever again. And the people that I've seen from hell have been the worst. Not the kind of people that I would ever allow near children.
You were trying to protect kids. Fine, I get that. But instead of outright attacking the man, why didn't you just try to talk to him?
Exactly. It was unfair of you to assume the worst of him.
Your intentions may have been noble, Mr. Patterson, but your methods certainly were not. Inciting a mob, threatening violence. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. I let this whole situation kind of get out of hand. I suppose I let my fury at the possibility of a child getting hurt cloud my judgment. I'm sorry, Miss Grace.
It is not me who needs the apology.
You are absolutely right. Mr. Stewart, I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable and assuming the worst of you. And Callie, I'm very sorry for making you and your friend feel uncomfortable.
I want you to leave now, please. You're not very nice, and I only want nice people at my party.
Fair enough. I understand. I'll be leaving, but before I do, I wanted to apologize one more time to all of you. I apologize for making a scene, and I apologize for jumping to the wrong conclusions. Good day.
Well, now that that is all settled, we can get down to business. The magician is here, everybody. Children, gather around the stage.
Thank you all for coming to my defense. I really appreciate it. You're welcome, Dad. What, did you think we would just leave you hanging?
You will always have us in your corner, George.
Thank you, both of you, again. Miss Grace, may I have a moment of your time? I just wanted to thank you again for coming to my defense and saying such nice things about me. It was very kind of you, so thank you.
You are most welcome. Mr. Patterson was being very rude to you, and I cannot abide rudeness. You didn't deserve a moment of what he was saying. You handled that very well.
I did lose my temper a bit at one point.
And who could blame you for getting a little ticked? But you didn't yell, and you didn't throw a punch. That shows strength of character.
Thank you. However, I was thinking that maybe I should go.
Go? Why are you thinking that you should go?
Well, if I'm making people uncomfortable enough that they were trying to form a mob against me, I just think that the party would be better off without me.
Listen, Mr. Stewart.
George, please. The only people who call me Mr. Stewart are employees. and they all hated me.
All right then, George, none of what happened today is your fault. Mr. Patterson is the guilty party here. He led a few others astray, but they will behave themselves now. You have nothing to worry about.
They may have acted because of him, yes, but they wouldn't have been uncomfortable in the first place if it wasn't for my presence here.
I'm going to say this one more time because I think you heard it, but you didn't actually listen to it. You have been nothing but kind and respectful during your time here. You even fought for Callie's right to listen to your conversation with Mr. Patterson. That was very noble of you. Don't let a few others ruin your good time. You deserve happiness, George.
All right, you've convinced me. I will stay. Besides, it would be rude to leave before the cake is served.
Glad to hear it. I will save you an extra big slice. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some things that require my attention.
It was very nice talking to you, Miss Grace.
Likewise, Mr. Stewart. George.
Ooh, looks like somebody is sweet on you. My man George, putting the moves on Miss Grace. You little player, you. Oh, stop it. It wasn't anything like that. Don't even lie to me. I can tell that you are hot for teacher. I am not going to even dignify that with a response. And I couldn't help but notice that you didn't step in at all when I had to deal with Mr. Douche. I admit that I was going to, but then I saw you handling it yourself, and I was proud. And then your boys stepped in to help Miss Grace, and I was even more proud. I didn't think that I needed to do anything. I'll admit, I was a little worried that the reason you didn't interfere was because you were disappointed in me for some reason. Aw, somebody cares what I think of him. That's so sweet of you. Of course I do. You're my boss in charge of my rehabilitation. Plus, at this point, you are my closest friend. Aw, George, I didn't know you cared so much. I do consider you a friend too. Now, shall we rejoin this party? Yes, let's. I must admit, for a children's birthday party, this has been quite fun, despite the unpleasantness earlier. I know, right? That magician was amazing. I couldn't tell how he was doing any of his tricks. It was almost like it was real magic. That was really impressive.
Really fun games, too, for the kids and the adults. I was a bit surprised that they thought to do anything for the adults, but I'm glad they did.
All right, guys, presents are open and cake is eaten. A lot of people are starting to go, so should we say our goodbyes? If we must. What's the matter, George? Nothing. It's just... It's nice being out of the Gates of Judgment for once. Oh. Well, take your time with your farewells, but we do need to get back to the gates soon.
Bye, Callie. See you at the gate soon, okay? I got some new toys for you to play with, and you can bring some of your new toys, too.
Thank you for inviting us. We had a lot of fun, but it's time for us to go.
Bye, Henry. Bye, Ollie. Thank you for the presents, and thank you very much for coming.
We had a great time, Callie. Thank you for inviting us. See you soon. George, don't take too long.
Bye, Mr. Bossman. Thank you.
Callie, I had a great time.
You did? Even with the big meanie?
The big meanie didn't spoil my good time. This was the best party that I've ever been to. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome, Mr. George. Thank you for having fun with me.
I really hope that I can come to your next one too.
It was lovely to meet you, George. Thank you very much for coming. You really made Callie's day.
Lovely meeting you too, Miss Grace. I had an excellent time. Thank you once again for your help earlier.
If I am allowed to call you George, then you are most welcome to call me Grace. And no thanks are necessary.
I hope this isn't the last time we see each other.
The sentiment is shared, George. Maybe I can come with Callie sometime down to the magic doors, see what all the fuss is about.
Oh, we'd love to have you. Just manage your expectations a little bit. We deal with a lot of unpleasant jerks. Way worse than Mr. Patterson.
I've had my share of experiences with jerks. I can handle myself. You take care, George.
You too, you too, Grace.
So, George, did you manage to score a date with the lovely Miss Grace before we left?
Oh, stop it. I wasn't even thinking of doing anything like that. Although I did invite her to visit the Gates of Judgment whenever she wanted.
Uh-huh. You old flirt, you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're telling me that my dad and that lady were hitting on each other?
Well, duh. You didn't notice that? I thought they were being super obvious. A blind man could have seen the signals from space.
I guess I just never noticed things like that.
Actually, speaking of flirting with people that you like, I haven't seen my boyfriend in ages. I think I might head over to my paradise for a bit.
Yeah, I might do the same. I need to replenish my social battery.
You really need to bring your partner over to the Gates sometime, Henry. We would all love to meet him. And maybe some other time. I really could use some alone time with him.
That is totally understandable.
See you guys later. Later, guys.
Bye, Angelo. Bye, Dad.
See you, Henry.
Hey, guys, we're back.
What the hell? What the... Is it raining? And is that rain glowing?
Hello and welcome to the Gates of Judgment. Gates of Judgment. Gates of Judgment.
It's too big. It's too big. I can't handle that. It's too big. I can't.
Okay. I know this all looks really weird, but I promise there is an explanation. Sort of.
What the hell happened?
So, okay. There was this giant chicken.
So, yeah, that about covers it. None of it would have happened if it weren't for that damn giant chicken. You know, in a week, this whole story is going to seem really hilarious. What? How even... Why couldn't I sense any of this going on? I usually have a pretty solid connection to the goings-on at the Gates of Judgment. Yeah, actually, that was my doing. I thought you would have a better time if you could just relax. So I sent what amounted to like a false signal in order to make you think that everything was okay.
Okay, I managed to get Jay to calm down. They're going to unwind in the break room and try to get over whatever the heck happened here. Oh good, you managed to get the rain to stop.
Okay, thank you for allowing me to relax. Don't ever do that again. At least whatever that was easily fixable.
Yeah, except for Am. He's still glitching over there. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas. To those of you who have just joined us, welcome aboard the...
Yeah, that's still a problem. Maybe we should have asked Hephaestus for an instruction manual in case anything like this ever happened.
Well, we could always try his old standby for reboot procedures. Right, I had almost forgotten about that. Okay, so what's his normal reboot procedure? Would you like to do the honors, Angelo? Nah, you've always been better at imitating him. Alright. Hephaestus Override Command 001, reboot all systems. It's a world of laughter, a world of... Hello, and welcome to the Gates of Judgement. I am Am. Welcome back, Am. How you feeling? It seems I have suffered a critical systems error. It is recommended that I enter low power mode and perform a self-diagnostic test. It is possible some of my programming or hardware is further damaged. You go ahead and do that then. Head on back to the break room and let us know when you're done. Thank you, Angelo, Hermes, George. You know, I should get going too. I have a lot of deliveries that have gotten backed up. Later, guys. Well, George, looks like it's back to just me and you for a while. Hasn't been like this in a long time. Gonna be good to get back to basics. You ready to get back to work? I'm ready when you are, boss. All right then. Next!